Forget about the milk and egg and other bullcrap. I'm going to show you how to make pancake dirt cheap. Good morning everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Sam Kitchen. My name is Sam Lind. I am a home cook who's really passionate about sustainability and more importantly, save money by making things at home, and hopefully I can be helping you guys do the same in your own kitchen as well. So as you can tell, November continues and I'm going to be doing another comfort food and show you how we can make it super cheap right at home. And yes, we're talking about pancakes. So before we get into pancakes, and for the ones who are not aware of November, so November is a month, obviously November, that is dedicated to bring awareness to males' mental health. Mental health is super important, and I think this expands beyond not just males but also to every individual, no matter what gender, no matter what you identify yourself as. So be kind to each others and ask around, are you okay, how are you going? Anyway, this week's video we're going to be making some pancakes. So pancakes are so easy, and whenever I go to supermarkets I see a shelf of a dedicated like a pancake mix shelf. That just makes me scratch my head, like it's not that hard. People are wasting their money and throwing their money down the sink by paying a premium. Hold on, I'm going to check how much pancake mixes are. So pancake mixes are about $1 upwards to about $5 for about 300 grams, and I would say that probably serves 2 people for this portion size. It is not expensive if you just think of the dollar value. It's $1, it's $2, who cares? But honestly, if we make it at home, I can guarantee we can cut the price by half. So what is more important beyond just the price? They all come with packages. So for the better ones, they'll come with cardboard boxes, but I can guarantee you in there will be a plastic bag just to hold all the pancake mix together. And we can get up to the really bad ones where you get essentially a plastic container for the pancake. And these are all avoidable packagings and waste that we can avoid creating by just making things at home, and that is exactly what we're going to do it right at home today. So enough of my talking and let's get cooking. To make pancakes, you know the drill. The ingredient list is nice and simple. I'm using plain flour for this recipe as it is a more versatile flour. You can substitute it with self-raising flour and just skip the bicarb, I think. At least that's what the internet says. To make our pancake nice and fluffy, we're going to add in some bicarb and vinegar. These 2 ingredients can be substituted with baking powder. However, baking powder is 5 to 10 times the price of bicarb, so you know my choice here. Next, we need some liquid to form our batter. I'm using water to keep the cost down and keep it vegan. Some neutral tasting oil to make our pancake nice and soft. To season, some sugar and some salt. That is all of the ingredients needed. All of these should be standard pantry items. If you are missing any of these super versatile ingredients, I highly recommend you to stock them up. We'll put these aside and get started. To make our recipe super scalable, yes, pun intended, we're going to be using a scale. When I was doing research for the pancake recipe, it was bloody frustrating that most recipes would give measurements in cups and spoons and then mix with grams, which just makes it impossible to adjust. It's like you're telling people you are 100 centimeters and 6 inches tall, whatever that means. Here, I'm giving it all the way in grams so you can do some simple math to adjust it up or down based on your portion size. You're welcome. Pancake is straightforward as it is. We'll start with measuring out our dry ingredients in the bowl. For 1 portion of pancake, we want 100 grams of flour. Next, we want 2 grams of bicarbonated soda. To flavor the pancakes and also give it a nice golden color when cooked, we want 20 grams of sugar. Next, 2 grams of salt to season. Grab a fork or tiny whisk and give it a good mixing until all dry ingredients are well combined. To turn it into a batter, instead of using milk and egg, I'm just using water for the recipe to keep the cost down and also keep it vegan. Here, we want 180 grams to 200 grams of water depending on how thick or thin you like the batter to be. To activate the bicarb, we're going to add in 3 times of the weight of bicarb in vinegar, which is 6 grams. If you're just using baking powder instead, triple the weight of bicarb you put in, which is 6 grams, and skip the vinegar. Last but not the least, 25 grams of neutral tasting oil to keep the batter soft. Give it a good mixing until all is combined. Be aware not to overmix the batter as that will start to form gluten and make the pancakes tough. And the CO2 in the pancake mix will escape at the same time. The batter should be somewhat close to this kind of consistency, if not a little bit thicker. It is okay if it's still a little bit lumpy. Better than that than overworking the mixture. Once this is all prepped up, we'll move over to the stove and get cooking. Put a pan on medium to low heat. Add a touch of oil just to coat the bottom of the pan. If you have a non-stick pan, this is the perfect recipe to cook in it. Once the pan comes up to temperature, time to put in the first pancake to test it out. For some reason, the first pancake, the first crepe, or the first tortilla, you name it, never turns out as nice, so be patient and just trust in the process. You should see some bubbles coming through the top of the pancake as it cooks. That is a sign of bicarb and vinegar doing its magic. Flip the pancake over when it's about 2/3 way cooked through. It should be easily to tell by the color. And as I expected, the first pancake always is a little bit shit. The pancake should be well cooked after being flipped a minute or so. Get that out of the pan and continue with the rest of the batter. Pancakes are so easy to make, there's almost no skills required. As long as you don't blast it with high heat or flip the pancake too early, you can't really stuff it up. By keeping the recipe super simple, we're not only just saving money, but this is a vegan-friendly recipe. The cost breakdown is as below. 100 grams of flour at $1 a kilo equals to 10 cents. 2 grams of bicarbonated soda at 36 cents per 100 grams equals to 0.7 cent. 2 grams of vinegar at 60 cents per kilo equals to 0.36 cent. 20 grams of sugar at 11 cents per kilo equals to 2.2 cent. 25 grams of neutral tasting oil at $3.50 a kilo equals to 8.75 cent. Altogether, one serve of pancake costs us 19 cents to make. Double that, it costs 38 cents to make 2 serves of pancake. Are you really going to pay $1 to $3 for the equivalent from the shops? You tell me. Alright, and there we have it. That is our pancake done. It's not really my best work in terms of presentation, but it's comfort food, it's good for your health, good for your soul, and obviously if you want to go fancy schmancy, you can obviously put on some berries, put on some fresh fruit, and that will just bring up to the next level. But hey, I'm here to help you save money, so going so basic, getting rid of egg, getting rid of milk, those are the expensive ingredients that's common in pancake recipes, and by substituting them with just water, I think the result should be pretty good. So going to dig in and let you know how it tastes like. I mean, the bicarb, the vinegar did the magic and just make it so fluffy. It is a little bit thin just because I was just going with one portion, but obviously if you want like a thicker pancake, you can add in more flour so the batter is less liquidy, and then you can just build up the height as well. And by following this recipe, we're able to make pancake so cheap, and it's just so worthwhile. And it is delicious. The flavor, it's definitely a lot simpler without the flavor from the egg and from the milk, but we're saving money and pancakes are just vehicles. It's really what you put on top that matters the most, right? So anyway, that was nice and easy. The whole recipe took probably 15-20 minutes max to make if I wasn't filming. So I really recommend you to give this a try and let me know what you think and how you go. Thank you so much for watching. If you've been enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I have content coming out on a regular basis. Thank you so much, and I'm going to get back to my breakfast and I will see you in the next one.